Hi students, welcome to your math lesson of the day. Before we hop on into Big Ideas Math, I want us to review coins. So today I have 1 quarter in my pocket, 4 nickels, and 5 pennies. So let's figure out how much cents I have in total. Now, shout out, how much is 25 cents, I kind of spoiled it. How much is 1 quarter worth? 25 cents, because Miss Schultz gave it away. And we're going to put, since it's less than $1, I'm going to put a 0, and then a dot, and then 25, and then I'll use my cent symbol. Okay, so, and then for nickels, how much is 1 nickel worth? 1 nickel is worth 5 cents. And since we have 4 nickels in our problem, let's count by 5s 4 times. So if we hold up our fingers, 5 for 1 finger, 2 for 10, 3 for 15, 20. So I counted 5 by my 5s and I hold up 4 fingers, and we counted to 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. So in this case, we have 20 cents worth of nickels. Okay, and then for pennies, how much is 1 penny worth? It's 1 cent, and since we have 5 of them, if we added 1 5 times, we would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to put my 0 because since we have change that's less than $1, if we had $1 that was 100 cents or more, we would put a 1 here. But in this case, since we have less than 100, we'll put 0. Okay, and I'll put 0 because we have less than 10. And then 5 because we have 5 pennies. Can't forget our cent symbol. So let's add these numbers up. So I like to start from my ones place and work my way up. So we look into our ones place. We have 5. We have 5 here and then 0. And then we know if we add 5 plus 0 to one another, and 0 is nothing, so we just get 5. And now and if I move this 5 down to the 5 at the bottom, we would get 5 plus 5. So if I hold up 5 fingers on one hand and 5 fingers on the other hand, how many fingers do we have in total? We have 10 fingers because we have 5 on each hand. So I'm going to put my 0 because if you look at the number 10, 0's in the ones place. So we have to move the 1 in the tens place over to the tens place in our problem. So I'll move over my 1. And then we have 0, which is nothing, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So 4 plus 1 will be 5. And then we have nothing in our next place value, so we have nothing. So we have 50 cents. Whoa, what a nice even number. And if we had 50 more cents, either 2 quarters, we would make $1, and that's when we'll put our 1 in the 100s place to make it our change more than 1 or more than 100. But today we have 50 cents. Okay, and that was just a nice overview. And before I let you guys forget about coins, how much is 1 dime worth? Shout it out. 1 dime is worth 10 cents. Okay, and since we went over coins, it's time to hop into math. And you probably see my background. That's my baby kitty, Poppy. She's a sweetie pie. Okay, and so in the previous lesson in 8.4, we were working on counted by tens on the number line, but we're with addition, and today we are going to be learning about counted by tens on the number line, but instead of adding, we are going to be subtracting. So remember on the number line, the greater the numbers go, that's going up, and then the less numbers close to 0, it's going in this direction. So numbers greater going to the right, and then numbers less are going to the left. Okay, I'm going to clear that. So I'm going to make a nice number line to show you guys. So we have 70, 60, 50, 40, and I'm going to pause at 30. Okay, so we are taking away 70 and 30. And if we look at the tens place value in 70, we know in the tens place is what number? It is 7. And then we're taking away 30, which has 3 in its tens place. So 7 minus 3. So what's 7 minus 3? Well, if we saw by this example, we will put our dot on the 70 because it's the biggest number. And I like to put the dot on the biggest number in subtraction because it messes it up on the number line if it's on the 30 and you're trying to take away 70. So that would just, yeah, that's not right. So in subtraction, always put the biggest number in your problem as the dot in the number line and take away the least number. So for this example, 70 is greater than 30. So I'm going to put my dot on the 70, and then we're going to take away 30. But in this case, since our number line is counted by tens, we only take away by how many times? How many times do we count? 3 times. So we'll take away 1, 2, 3, and we landed on 40. So 70 minus 30 is 40. And what's in the tens place in 40? It's going to be 4. 7 minus 3 is 4, which is correct because if we add 3 plus 4, we would get 7. And then 70 minus 30 is 40, which I know we did that correct. And a good thing about subtraction problems too, if you're not for sure if you did the problem correctly, so if I subtracted 70 minus 30 and I got 50, for example, but I'm like, I don't know if I did that right. You can always add 50 and 30 together. You want to add the least numbers when you're doing addition, and then you should get the biggest number in your problem. So that's a good way too. So if you're like, I don't know if I did 40 correct, then you can add 40 plus 30, and then that should give you 70. So that's a good way to always check your work, so that way you could be a superstar in math. That helped me a lot when I was older to check my work by working backwards. Okay, let's do another example, and I'll let you guys practice on your own. So in this example, we have 40 minus 20. So what's in our tens place in 40? Well, in 40, 0 is in the ones place, but in 40, in the tens place, it's going to be 4. And then in the tens place in 20, it's going to be 2. And you guys probably already know, Miss Schultz, I know what 4 minus 2 is. But let's show our work to how that we know, to show that we know it. So instead of doing a number line, I'm going to make a number model. So how will we make a number model for 40? Well, I like to look at my tens place first, or the highest place value. So in this case, in the tens place is going to be the highest place value for 40. So for 40, we would draw how many rods, how many long rods to represent 10? Well, we have 4 in the tens place, so we'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4 to show, there we go, to show that it's 40, because if we count 10, 20, 30, 40, we would get 40. Now, for 20, we have to show a number model that represents 20. But since we're taking away, we are going to be taking away these. So for 20, we will need 1, 2, right, to show that it's 10, 20. Okay, I'm going to, oh no, I cleared it. But let's, okay, so that's 40. But since we're taking away 20, we know that's 2, so we're going to be taking away 1, 2. To show that we have 2 left over, so 10, 20. So 40 minus 20 will be 20. And then 4 minus 2 would be what? 2. And if for some reason, what if I said 4 minus 2 equals 1? What would I do to check my work? I can do 2 plus 1 to check my work to see if that would be equal to 4. And then when I check my work, it will be 2 plus 1 will be 3, right? So it's a good way to check your work. So you could do 2 plus 2, and that will lead you to the answer 4, or 20 plus 20, and that will lead you to the answer 40. So it's a good thing about math is you could do multiple ways to check your work. And if you need more additional practice with 8.5, I'm more than happy to help you out, but just let me know. And with further ado, I'll catch you guys next time in math. Bye.